Good evening. Garden update time. I wanted to do a quick focus here before I head outside with the peppers and to show my carrot harvest. Okay, here's bag one. Bag two, which is pretty diminished. Then bag three, and then 2 bags full, chock full of carrot greens. So now we're heading outside. So I'm going to show a quick shot here. Everything else I'm uprooting. So I got rid of my radish. 2 of the 3 cabbage. I don't know why I didn't grab that other one, but carrots were in this spots. Kohlrabi and turnips. So that's going on with that. Now to the peppers and tomatoes. I'll do a panoramic of my tomatoes first. Sun golds. Well, I need to start picking these because they're all getting ripe fast. They know it's fall. And here's the tie-dye. Taxi. These ones are really good if you ever get a chance to get seeds for these taxi tomatoes. They're one of the best tomatoes I've ever had. Speaking of which, I'm going to pick this one and put it in my pocket. Use the dangling camera for a minute. Whoa! Pruden's purple, which they still have. This one is kind of starting to ripen, but they're slow ripeners. Whole big. Orange, nope, sorry, Pink Beauty. These are also great ones. Orange Blossom, Mountain Fresh, Great White, which are kind of ripening now. Oh, here's one that's ripe. And I'll put that one in my pocket. And then here's Estiva, Defiant, Dayful, and Black Prince. So we find ourselves over in the corner here. We'll check out the chinense plants first. My chocolate Birgits finally starting to produce. It's got its first pod right here, and I don't think there are any. Oh, yep, there is one more here actually. So this plant lagged very far behind this year. Not sure exactly what it was. It was looking pretty sickly for a while, but she's coming back. White butts are, they're looking butt-like, but more habanero-ish to me, which is okay. And there's a few underliers here, still fairly small. And the Chiro Recife, I found out by chomping into one that they don't get much bigger than this, and they're already pretty hot. So, yeah, they're very good. I can't wait to try a ripe one. I'm not sure what color they turn. I think it's red, but Vitalis are starting to boom. So here's the original one that was the biggest, and then this one has eclipsed it in size, and this one's close. A few more, and then a few more. So this is a good producer, and I'm overwintering that one. And then the Hurricane. Let's see here. There's some. A few more. One more big one, and then it's tons of flowers still, so it's going to be producing for a while. Once I bring them indoors, going to get the grow lights set up. I won't have the lights on very much. I'm just going to have them there auxiliary, little bit of extra boosting. But Brazilian starfish, now these fucking things are hot. They don't. I tried one yesterday that was a little bit bigger than this, about this size though. And it was probably 50, 60,000 Scovilles, I would say. I just munched an unripe one. So I'll be interested to see how they taste when they're fully ripe. It kind of had more of a chinense-like flavor to it, but they're definitely bacatum, but definitely some of the flavor characteristics are a little bit more habanero family-ish. Birgits Locoto is ridiculous. The damn thing is over 4 feet tall now. So yeah, and dozens and dozens, probably close to 100 pods on it. And of course this is coming through the winter. All 3 bacatums are coming with the ahi pineapple. is another one that's just producing ridiculous amounts of pods. There's lots of them. They don't get huge. This is just about full size. They're a little bit smaller than the lemon drops. They get roughly the same size, but the lemon drops at their apex are probably double this size. So yeah, the bacotums are all doing well. This one is still flowering. All three of them are still flowering, so got a high fruit weight. And moving along to the ancient sweets, and still no ripening yet, but all of them pretty much are like this size at this point. And the red banana, sweet banana, upside down view time. There's the one ripening. It's almost ready. I'm going to be picking that one fairly soon. That might be a video worthy one. And this one actually started flowering again. I don't know if it got the message that it's fall, but there's some more blossoms coming on. And I don't think I've even picked any off of this. It just decided to start throwing out flowers. California Wonder Bell. These are getting pretty decent size. Nice and heavy. Yeah, there's a few smaller ones. And then I just broke a branch on the damn plant. Well, there's a snack. Okay, I did the same thing to here's the injury on my chocolate bell. I busted off a branch with like 4 of them on it. They were about this size. There were 3 of them this big and then a few smaller ones. So I just ate them or shipped them out. And that's the end of that one. So, all right, moving back over here, annuum territory, lilac bells. I still don't see any turning red. They do turn red eventually, like a blush red. Carmen, finally starting to ripen a little bit, although, and then there is another one that's kind of got a rustish color to it that it's going to start ripening soon. Giant Marconi, they're all getting huge. The big one up front has gotten even bigger. The damn thing is ridiculous. And the Corno de Toro, which is what I'm almost positive they are at this point. They don't look like banana peppers. They're too smooth and they got more of a cow horn shape, which is what Corno de Toros have. So there we are. Those are doing well. I had to stake a few of these up because they were falling over. The peppers were so heavy. Tasmanian Reds, doing ridiculously well. Purple Flash, I do have a couple that are finally turning. So yeah, not many of them have changed color yet, but there's a few in there. There's a couple more. Peter Pepper is doing quite well. Well, there's one of them. Then there's a bunch more, of course, on the other side here, way up in the plant. Pretty good size. Padron. Here's another one that's this one was the first one to really start ripening. There's a lot of ripe ones, and they're all coming in at once. Bam. Here's another one. A few more on this plant. So yeah. Thai Bird's Eye. They're all, I don't know how big they get. Not very big. I'm guessing this is about full size right here, 1.5 inches or so. We'll see once they start turning color in a few weeks. Golden Cayenne. Finally, these are all starting to ripen. I think they're sensing the cold very acutely, because even when I looked yesterday, there weren't this many yellow ones. And yeah, there's the Ring of Fire Cayenne. A whole bunch are ripening on that one. So cool on that. Purple Jalapeno, that one. I've been picking the ripe ones steadily off of it, and I've tried one of the fully ripe ones, and they're not really all that hot. I just munched on it yesterday because it got frozen in my fridge, and so we'll do a video of one of them too. But yeah, see, they're a little bit smaller than their red counterparts. They still got a little bit of that purple fleck on them though. And then here's the tower. This one and the Birgits Locoto are the tallest, but this one's definitely got denser foliage because it's a second-year plant. The bird peppers, yep, they're coming in nicely. Here we go, is one right here, and there's another one right there. There's a whole bunch of them in there, and there's a lot of small ones and a lot of flower buds and open flowers. So I mean, that one's going to be producing all winter. Hey, there's a cameo from a fly. Tabasco's another one that's starting to come along very nicely. Look at that. There's one of the bigger ones. There's a bunch of smaller ones in there. There's probably a few hundred peppers on this, and it's going to be producing throughout the winter, I think. So, and here's the sprawling monster of Manzano plant. I don't think any of my capsicum pubescens plants got this big last year. This one just came alive. It liked that weather when it was cooler in July and into August, and it just exploded with new growth, and it's just not slowing down. Although I noticed that the pubescens varieties have a high percentage of flower drop. I don't know if it's just a more challenging pepper to grow, and I haven't quite fine-tuned the soil chemistry yet for their particular breed. And here's a pepper that's actually starting to grow now, so cool on that. But yeah, all of the ones I grew last year and this one have a very high percentage of flower drop. And there's tons of flowers, and they all get to the open part pretty much, and then they'll just fall off. So I don't know, but in any case, they look like they will produce heaps of good fruits once they finally set properly. And you can see a little more close up of the cool purple flowers, which is a hallmark. There are a few capsicum pubescens peppers that do have like a yellowish or white flower, but most of them are purple. That's their genetic marker, so to speak. So yeah, there we are. Here's a wide shot of everything. I'll see y'all again in 2 weeks. Take it easy.